Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Today I will be presenting on the topic defective electric kettles versus injuries. Imagine buying a kettle that exploded after just 1 week. Shocking, right? As a consumer, we expect product to be safe and reliable. However, in this scenario, an electric kettle exploded during normal use and caused burn to the consumer. This case raises important issues relating to consumer right, product liability, compensation, ethics, and corporate social responsibility. Now, let us first examine the relevant law and consumer right involved in this case. The main law applicable in this case is the Consumer Protection Act 1999, which protects consumers from defective and unsafe products. Another relevant law is the Sales of Goods Act 1957, which requires goods sold to be of satisfactory quality and fit for their intended purpose. In this situation, the consumer rights to safety and right to receive quality product has been violated because the kettle caused injury and failed to function safely as intended. Having identified the consumer right that were violated, let us now determine which product liability theories applies in this case. The most suitable product liability theories is strict liability. Under strict liability, the consumer only need to prove that the product was defective and that the defect caused the injury. The consumer does not need to prove that the manufacturer was negligent. Since the kettle exploded during normal use, the manufacturer may be held liable for the injuries suffered by the consumer. As a result, the consumer may claim compensation for medical expenses, replacement of the kettle, pain and suffering, and any other losses arising from the incident. In addition, the company may face legal implications such as compensation claim, product recall, financial losses, and reputational damage. To be better understanding how the product liability works in practice, let us look at the famous legal case. A well-known product liability case is Donahue versus Stevenson in 1932. In this case, Mr. Donahue became ill after discovering a decomposed snail inside a bottle of ginger beer. The court ruled that manufacturers owe a duty of care to consumers and must ensure that their products are safe for use. This landmark case established an important legal principle that manufacturers can be held responsible when defective product causes harm to the consumer. Similarly, in this defective kettle scenario, the manufacturer has a responsibility to ensure that the product is safe before it reaches consumers. Besides the legal responsibility, businesses must also consider their ethical obligation and CSR commitment. Manufacturers have an ethical responsibility to prioritize consumer safety. They should conduct proper product testing, maintain quality control standards, and respond honestly when the product defects are discovered. Following the incidents, the company should implement CSR measures such as recalling defective product, providing refund or replacement, compensating affected consumer, and improve product safety standard. A Malaysian example is Panasonic Malaysia, which emphasizes product quality, consumer safety, responsible business practices as part of its corporate responsibility initiative. This brings us to an important question. So, how do law, ethics, and CSR contribute to sustainable business practices? This case demonstrates that law, ethics, and CSR work together to create responsible business practices. Law protects consumers by setting minimum standards of safety and quality, while ethics encourage businesses to act responsibly beyond their legal requirement. CSR helps companies to maintain public trust and accountability when problems occur. Together, these elements support long-term business sustainability and strengthen consumer confidence. To conclude, the consumer right to safety and quality product was violated when the defective kettle caused injury. The most suitable product liability theory is strict liability, and the consumer may claim compensation for the losses suffered. Manufacturers must fulfill their legal and ethical responsibility and implement effective CSR measures to protect consumers and promote sustainable business practices. Thank you, that's all from me.